Warning, now entering Dark Zone. Warning, your division affiliation has been disavowed. You are now marked as rogue. A nearby agent has gone rogue.
Cargo secured.
Extraction complete. Warning. You've disavowed a division and are marked as rogue.
They've lost the lead. Okay, we've moved into the lead. Kicking rogue ass.
You have 10 kills remaining.
taking the lead.
Warning. Now entering a contaminated area.
Hey, what is up, everyone? The LDB is back at it again, coming at you today with an Alphabridge build that absolutely melts. I mean, this thing is crazy. I am also going to be doing an Alphabridge tank build in case just this raw damage is not your style. You want something a little bit more tanky. I will be doing a video on that, as well as an AR build, probably a PvE build. So if you enjoy Alphabridge like I do and you find these videos helpful in any way, definitely smash that like button, subscribe for future content. So let's get into this build for today. Alright everyone, and here it is. As you can see, it is a 8 and 5 build, not a 7 and 6. I felt the 7 and 6 was lacking some firepower, so I put more into it, and as you can see, 538,000 firepower before card counter flops. That's pretty good. Oh, and now card counter flop, 622,000 firepower. And while it's flopped, actually, since I have a booster shot, let's pop that and take a look and see what that actually did. 686,000 firepower. Look at the character sheet, see what that breaks down to. Weapon damage, 32,900, almost 33,000 per bullet. I'm sorry I might be talking kind of loud, guys. I'm just excited about this build. It's working out awesome, and it's a beast. You got crit chance at 60%. You got the crit damage at 130. So these three numbers right here, we are doing awesome, right? Not too bad at all. Moving on, I have the all weapons damage bonus of 50%. 50 up. That is amazing. We got Alphabridge running, we got card counter flopped, and the booster shot, 50% damage up. That's awesome right there. I mean, that's going to hurt anybody. I don't care who you are. Moving on, we got the SMG damage, 12%, so anything coming out of your SMG is going to melt whatever is in front of it for the most part. I mean, I know you have some pretty low stamina and toughness, but if you play your cards right, use your skills wisely, you shouldn't have a problem. You're going to be melting everybody. I mean, it is what it is. Focus on landing those shots and you're good. Enemy armor damage is at 6%. I got a little bit on here, like I said in previous videos. Any way you can get any kind of enemy armor damage on your build is good, because it helps mitigate the armor that they have, and the more you can get through it, the more raw damage you're hitting them with, and you know, that's a good thing. So moving on, I know skill power is nothing. It's not exactly a skill build. The toughness and max health are pretty bad, but again, like I said, if you manage your skills right and just play it smart, you shouldn't be doing too bad. We got the armor at 33.5%, so that's maxed out. The health regen is 31,800, almost 32,000 per second. Now, I know this doesn't work specifically in combat, but if you kind of fall back, let the team fall, or push forward if you're with a team, or if you're running solo, kind of run, hide for a second. If you're at real low health, you don't have your skills or any medkits ready, basically count to 3 and you'll start to get some kind of health regeneration back, and then you can kind of push forward and go from there. I know it's not going to help you all the time, but it's there, so use it whenever you can. Now, we didn't do too good with the resistance on this build, but it is what it is. It's still working out pretty good. We got some all damage resistance of 7.5. We have bleed resistance of 33%. We have no burn. Oh, that's the only thing that's irking me about this. We have a whole lot of disorient. We're at 50% disorient, but I wanted some burn resistance for all those flame turrets that are coming out. But I wanted to focus more on having shock. We need the shock resistance with that low stamina, because if someone makes you stand still and pauses you, that's not good with low stamina. You got to remember, you're the one doing the damage. Don't let them catch you slipping and make you stand still, because it won't be nice for you. But I mean, in the right circumstances, you're going to be doing so much more damage than them typically. This is crazy. This is awesome. So I just kind of wanted to show you that before we get into everything. Just the raw damage that we're going to be doing. And now I know a lot of you might be saying, well, that's just with the card counter flop and everything. The booster shot. Well, right now, let's see. The card counter's flopped down. Let's go over to the character sheet again. Take a look at it. 25.8 per bullet. So you're still doing roughly 26,000 per bullet. That's not bad. And now the card counter actually just flopped back up, right? 622. Let's take a look at what that looks like. 29.8. So pretty much, regardless, with the card counter flopped up, you're doing 30,000 per bullet. That's pretty nice, guys. That's pretty nice. This thing is working out awesome for me. I mean, if you like burst damage, this is a build for you. I can't stress that enough. Now, the skills and talents, we'll just buzz over those real quick. I'm using a booster shot, like I said before, for a couple reasons. It temporarily increases your damage, which is great. That's what I'm going for mainly. But it also gives you damage resistance. So with that low stamina, this will help you out a lot. You could always use a shock turret, and if you do, the couple times I have used it, I'm not exactly a shock turret guy, but the couple times I have used it, they don't get out of the shock. If you make them stand still, it's game over. It's game over 90% of the time. I mean, I'm just saying. We got the support station here for a couple reasons. Obviously, you can still use it if you as a heal if you do use it strategically. Set it down before you get into a fight, and you start taking some damage. Pop it instead of using a med kit or something like that if you can. And as well as this will help cleanse the Pred bleed, as well as Fire Crest with the fire turret, all that. This will help you out a lot. So that's what I'm going to stick with. And as far as signatures go, it doesn't matter since I have that rotating signature. And that's the thing too with this build. You got all that raw damage, and then you get a signature to pop. If it's attack link, it's done. It's game over. Anyways, you got adrenaline going on here. The medkit giving you immunity from status effect, kind of going along with the immunizer box. We have critical save here, using a medkit during low health to give you damage resistance. Because again, you have that low stamina, so any way you can get that damage resistance up is a good thing. We have Strike Back, reach low health to reduce active skill cooldowns. So in a pinch, if you're getting lit up, the low stamina, this is going to help push that booster shot come back for you or anything like that, whatever you can use, and that'll help you out a lot. Moving on to the last one, we got On the Move. Kill a hostile while moving to reduce incoming damage. So again, we have two skills here going for damage resistance, and that is a great thing when you have low stamina and a whole lot of firepower. So that's about that. Let's go on to the actual build here. Well, we'll take a look at the weapons first, huh? I have a house here with vicious, deadly, card counter, and responsive. I went with responsive because it is a flat 10% damage no matter what. Instead of unforgiving, you have to have missing health segments, things like that. And with a low stamina build, you don't really have a whole lot of time for that to be work. Now, if you can get it to work for you, hey, I mean, to each their own. Whatever works for you, whatever makes you comfortable. But I think responsive, just the 10% flat, as long as they're close to you, which using a submachine gun, you kind of have to get somewhat close. This will definitely help you out. You got the Deadly Vicious combo getting you that crit chance and damage up as high as possible, as fast as possible. So again, we're talking burst damage here, and I think responsive is the better choice for that. Again, to each their own, but that's what I'm working with. Now, my secondary, I honestly don't ever really use unless it's like I'm in a real tight pinch. 264 gear score on there, so you can see it's not doing very good. But it actually does all right. We got Deadly, Vicious, and Responsive on there. Just basically using it for that responsive for the last talent, and that way put that on the house and make it work even better. So either way, let's go over the gear pieces here, and that should be it, I guess. The chest piece here is rolled for stamina. We got enemy armor damage, health, and ammo capacity on there. And this has 2 stamina mods with crit chance. And we have the mask here, rolled for firearms with crit chance, disorient resistance, and we have a stamina with crit chance mod on there as well. We have the knee pads here, rolled for firearms with crit damage, and as you can see, I had to re-roll for firearms and that crit damage, so we got stuck with that disorient resistance. I would have put some burn on there, but then they would have been perfect. But it is what it is. They're still working out. And I have a stamina with crit chance mod on there and a 6% first aid self-heal. Got to get that first aid self-heal up as much as you can, especially with the low stamina. Now, the holster, obviously 1401s across the board, but we have it rolled for crit chance, and it has a 6% first aid self-heal as well. The gloves, rolled for firearms with crit chance, SMG damage, and crit damage. So, we're doing pretty solid there, I'd say. Moving on to the backpack, it's rolled for firearms with crit damage and ammo capacity. I like the ammo capacity when you're running the Alphabridge just because you're running the same weapon group, and if you don't put ammo on there, sometimes you find yourself in a scramble for ammo, and that's not a good thing. So I got that on there, and let's see what this has. We have a firearms with crit chance mod and 2 more 6% first aid self-heal. So, I mean, that's it, guys. I mean, as you can see, it's a beauty. It's a nice one. It hits like a semi-truck. If you like burst damage, try this. You won't be disappointed. And, I mean, that's all I can really say for that. So, as always, if you found this helpful in any way, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. It definitely helps out the channel a lot. And drop a comment down there. Let me know what you're thinking about all this. Again, I'm going to be doing a assault rifle build, a tank build for Alphabridge, because I know everybody doesn't like just having all this raw damage. They want to have a little bit more sustainability. So I will be doing something with that. Probably a PvE build. So if you like Alphabridge, again, hit that sub button, and you'll be notified when I put those out. And until next time, guys, I hope you take it easy. Be good. I'll see you then. Later.